Monster Jam!
San Diego, you ready? This is JCB Racing. 12 drivers have been seated into the bracket. 4 drivers have an automatic advancement into round 2. But first up, 8 trucks go head-to-head. Only 4 can head on to round 2. Come on, San Diego, a little bit louder. Let them hear you from the trucks if you're ready for JCB Racing.
We are going to get ready for our first head-to-head matchup. Racing out of the red lane, makes a noise for Cole Menard, Black Pearl. And his opponent racing out of the blue lane. Give it up for Corey Rommel, Ringling Bailey Circuit. This is our first head-to-head matchup of Stadium Championship Series West. Winner will see Zombie in round 2. Both look ready to the line as we get set to go racing. Advancing on Corey Rommel, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. Cole Menard, the Black Pearl, takes a wide first turn there and isn't able to get back into the lane quick enough, and it is Corey Rommel and Ringling Bailey Circuit who advances on to see Barry Musauer and Zombie. Take a look at the video board, a 17.620, the official time for Corey Rommel and Ringling Bailey Circuit. We're going to continue on with our next head-to-head matchup, racing out of the red lane. Let's hear it from Mike Christensen, Vendetta. And racing out of the blue lane, makes a noise for Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked. Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked, had an impressive 34-19 racing record last year in 2025. He's going up against team owner of Throttle Monster there, his captain, Michael Christensen, and Vendetta. Winner will move on to see Gravedigger. Both of our competitors going to restage themselves. The staging lights are lit at the far end of the race lanes for both of our drivers there at the far end zone. Restaging once again. You can see those staging lights there up on the video board. They're going to be looking for yellow lights, those outside lights. There you see them. It means they need to fire their engines, head to the starting line. When you see 2 yellow lights, that means they're staged and ready to go, and they'll be looking for that green light. A great race between these two, but it is Dalton Widener and Shell Shocked advancing on. Replay up on the video board. Mike Christensen and Vendetta right there neck and neck with Shell Shock to the very end. A great race by these two competitors, but it is Shell Shocked with a time of 17.270. Right now, the fastest time of the night. We're going to get ready to move on to our third head-to-head matchup here in JCB Racing Round 1. In the red lane, let's hear for Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. And his opponent racing out of the blue lane makes some noise for John Gordon, Megalodon. Son of a Digger came in with a 53-9 racing record from last year. Had 12 racing wins in 2025, but it is a clean slate here. John Gordon coming back from a year off, driving for Megalodon. Let's see what these two can do. It is Ryan Anderson and son of a digger advancing on. John Gordon right there with him until the last turn there. Kind of gets a little wide turn. And Ryan Anderson and son of a digger capitalizes on that, takes the win, moves on with the fastest time of the night so far, a 17.120. Take a look at the video board. JCB Racing Competition bracket. Zombie there. We're going to see for the first time taking on Ringling Bailey Circuit. Gravedigger there for the first time. We're going to see him going up against Shell Shocked. Wildside going up against El Toro Loco. And Tech Deck Rec Deck going up against Son of a Digger. That is your round 2 head-to-head matchups.
Let's keep this thing going, San Diego. This is round 2 of JCB Racing. 4 of the fastest drivers from round 1 has made it to round 2. They're going to be competing against the 4 drivers with that automatic buy-in, but only 4 can make it to the semi-final round. Who's ready for more JCB Racing?
All right, advancing on into round 2 from round 1. There in the red lane, we've got Corey Rummel and Ringling Bailey Circuit. For the first time here tonight, give it up for Bori Musauer, Zombie. Winner will move on to your JCB semi-final round. Ringling Bailey Circuit getting a little taste of the track already, while Zombie's going to have his first taste here of 2026. What a race between these two competitors. We are going to go to the official timing system. Take a look at the replay. Incredible. Your winner is Bori Musauer, Zombie. Times are locked in, 17.333 for Zombie, and he will move on to your JCB semi-final round. Moving on in our next head-to-head matchup in the right lane, advancing on there is Shell Shocked and Dalton Widener. And for the first time here tonight, let's hear for Tyler Meninga, Gravedigger. Gravedigger comes in with a 54-18 from last year, 11 racing wins. And again, slate is clean, but we'll see what these two can do. They both participated in Stadium Championship Series East. We are going to go restage right now both of our drivers. Gravedigger to the line first, followed by the approach of Shell Shocked. Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger advancing on. Looked like some issues there with Shell Shock, lost power at the final turn. And to capitalize on that is Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger advancing on. We're awaiting that official time here from our Monster Jam timing system. There it is, a 17.203. That is the official time. Gravedigger will have lane choice in your semifinal round. He has the fastest time between him and Barry Musauer and Zombie. So Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger will have lane choice in the semifinals.
You actually want me to get them or just you?
Never mind, we're good. We're going to continue on here in round 2 in the red lane. Let's hear it for Zach Gardner, Wild Side. And racing out of the blue lane, let's hear it for Jamie Gardner, El Toro Loco. Father and son go head-to-head for the first time here in Stadium Championship Series West. In 2026, we will see who will advance on. Will it be the rising star, the 2024 World Finals Racing Champion, Zach Gardner in Wildside, or will his father show who is boss there in El Toro Loco and take the win here tonight to move on to your JCB semifinal round? We are moments away from finding out who will move on. The rising star, the father there in El Toro Loco, getting ready to go head-to-head here for the first time. Just to let you know, I'm getting a word right now. Stadium Championship Series East in Orlando. Camden Murphy, Classroom Crusher, swept the first half, wins JCB Racing, and also the Monster Jam Skills Challenge. You can keep up to date there on YouTube.com/MonsterJam, and of course, MonsterJam.com/results. Let's throw it down to Casey. Casey, talk to us a little bit about this track and what is going on right now.
Well, one of the most challenging aspects to racing here in San Diego is that often from round to round, you'll see the track conditions and the dirt conditions changing. And part of that is because you'll see the top layer of dirt start to dry out. And as we move throughout racing and the trucks have more time out there on the track, we'll dig deeper into the dirt. There'll be more moisture. And that's when you tend to see the trucks catch around the corners. We haven't seen that yet today, though. Some really awesome racing so far in San Diego.
Casey, thank you so much. We're going to get ready here for our next head-to-head matchup in our round 2. Of course, the JCB Racing Competition bracket there up on the video board so you can follow along, take a picture as we see those staging lights lit for both of our drivers. Zach Gardner, Wildside, looks to the line first, waiting the arrival of El Toro Loco. Advancing on, Zach Gardner, Wildside. Zach Gardner, Wildside, takes the win away from his father. Take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. A great first jump off the starting line for Zach Gardner, and Wildside takes the early lead. And there you see it, the official time, 17.393. Our final round here in, our head-to-head matchup here in round 2. For the first time here tonight, racing out of the red lane. Let's hear it for Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Wreck Deck. And of course, advancing on into round 2, there in the blue lane, we've got Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. Winner will take on Wildside Zach Garner, but whoever wins this race must get a time faster than 17.393 in order to receive lane choice. So keep that in mind as we see Tech Deck, Rec Deck, and Son of a Digger go head-to-head here as our final head-to-head matchup here in round 2 is about to start. What a race! It is Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck. Take a look at the Super Glue Glued to the Action replay. Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck, Rec Deck takes the early last turn, the first turn there for Tech Deck, Rec Deck. Bryce Kenny moves on to see Zach Gardner and Wildside. Let's take a look. Fastest time of the night so far, a sub-17, 16.798. He will have lane choice. Incredible rounds of racing. Zombie going up against Gravedigger there in our first head-to-head matchup in the JCB semifinal round. Wildside will be taking on a very fast Bryce Kenny and Tech Deck Rec Deck, who has the fastest time of the night so far, a sub-17 here as we move on to JCB semifinal round.
Monster Jam fans having some fun in the stands here in section 112, 111. I'm here with Karina right now. I have something really cool for you. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but I promise it's worth it, okay? We're going to play a little bit of Monster Jam trivia, all right? Don't be nervous. Take a deep breath. Let's see who we have for the Monster Jam trivia. Well, what do you say?
Letter B.
She's going with B. Is she right? You know what I have for you? Backstage passes to go meet all your favorite Monster Jam truck drivers after this event. Congratulations. So cool, right? Thanks for playing trivia, everybody. And if you guys want to know how you can meet your favorite Monster Jam truck drivers, here's some more info, okay?
That's right. You can go to the post-event meet and greet, meet all 12 Monster Jam drivers there. Space is limited. Scan that QR code for all the information. Again, space is limited here for the post-event meet and greet, but you can meet all 12 superstar drivers here of Stadium Championship Series West.
San Diego, this is the semifinal round of JCB Racing. Our fastest 4 drivers have made it to this round, but only 2 can make it to the final round. It's a close one. Who's ready for more JCB Racing?
Take a look at the track right now. In the red lane, we've got Zombie. In the blue lane, we've got Gravedigger. These two battled it out all last year on Stadium Championship Series East, respectfully coming in 1 and 2 with Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger, your Series Seasons champion. They are no strangers to each other. Your winner is Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. They were neck and neck the entire race, it looked like, but when Barry Musauer and Zombie made that final turn, he got caught up on one of those ramps and kind of had to slam his brakes, and Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger just continued to move forward in advancement, takes the win. What a replay we're seeing there on the video board. Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger, has now the fastest time of the night, sub 17 seconds, a 16.616. This is our last head-to-head matchup here in your JCB semifinal round. In the red lane, Tech Deck Recdeck's Bryce Kenny. And in the blue lane, we've got Zach Garner and Wildside. This will be a fun race to watch. We've got the rising star in Zach Garner, and we've got a bit of a veteran there with Bryce Kenny and Tech Deck Recdeck. We will see who will advance on to see Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger. What a race! Incredible! Zach Garner, Wildside advances on. It also looks like he lost power there in the straightaway going to that final turn. But Bryce Kenny and Tech Deck Recdeck almost rolled over, almost able to save it, ended up back on all fours. But it is Zach Garner and Wildside who will move on to your JCB racing final round. There you see he clips the last turn pod there. Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck Recdeck, able to save it though. Times are locked in, a 20.634 for Wildside. He will see Gravedigger's Tyler Menninga. Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger has lane choice here in your JCB racing final round. You see that Zach Garner and Wildside headed to the back right now. He's going to be put on the official 60-second clock here as soon as our Monster Jam officials tell us so. This could be huge for points, Casey. What are you seeing down there?
So far, what I'm hearing in crew seating is that the Wildside crew is going to have 60 seconds to get things worked out back there on that truck and then get fired to head back to the track. He's got 48 more seconds to fire that truck in the pit area. If that doesn't happen, we're going to figure out how to move forward. We'll be updating our fans. But Kay, that final corner in the right lane is exactly what we were talking about, how the track conditions change. Is it more tacky around that final corner now? That tends to be the area that's kind of messing the drivers up on the track currently.
Well, Casey, I'm just getting word right now that because Tech Deck Recdeck did not finish and complete his run, we would be bringing back Bari Musauer and Zombie. There is only 16 seconds left here on that 60-second countdown for Zach Garner and Wildside. Team Overboard in the back, rushing, I know, to try to get Zach Garner and Wildside back out here. Points are on the line. The first 12 points of the night. Time has ended. And it will be Zombies. Bari Musauer will be coming back for some redemption. All right, I'm getting word from our Monster Jam officials. Something's going on in the back. Wildside actually was never able to get fixed. He's coming back, and the Monster Jam officials have deemed that okay since he had to go all the way in the back in the crash zone. He was already making his way out here before the 60-second clock. What a wild roller coaster ride we are experiencing right now here in JCB Racing.
San Diego, this is the final round of JCB Racing. Our fastest four drivers have made it to this round, but only one winner can come out on top. Who's ready to meet your final contenders?
Racing out of the red lane, he's your 2024 JCB World Finals Racing Champion from Fortville, Indiana, Zach Garner, Wildside. Racing out of the blue lane, he's a two-time World Finals champion from Oskaloosa, Iowa. It's Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. Winner will take home the first 12 points. Gravedigger has lane choice, chooses the blue lane. Let's go racing! Rummel for the first time here in 2026. Your JCB Racing winner is Tyler Menninga, Grave Digger. He picks up where he left off last year in 2025. Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger collects the first 12 points here of the 2026 season here in JCB Racing. A 17.422 is the official time for Gravedigger. One more time, let's hear for your JCB Racing winner, Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger.
What a victory for Tyler Menninga in Gravedigger as this sets the tone for the 2026 season. Tyler, when you lined up for the final race of our first racing competition of the season, Wildside was having power issues, but that opened the door for you to take the first racing victory of 2026.
Yeah, you know, it's hard telling because you see the truck pull out Wildside the race before. Zach Garner's an awesome driver, but, you know, I figured maybe it went out as a quick fix. I didn't know that he was not going to be running at full potential there. So you never want to back down. You never know until I seen out of the corner of my eye that he wasn't making the full pass. Then I let up. But, man, San Diego, I love coming here. It doesn't matter if it's over at Petco or here at Snapdragon. I am the king of San Diego. I have the best luck here. I love it. And I'm going to steal one from Ryan. We got racing, two wheels next, but freestyle is what Team Gravedigger's here for. Son of a digger and Gravedigger right here tonight, baby. I want to see you guys standing and screaming at the top of your lungs because the harder you guys scream, the louder you get, the harder I'm going to drive that truck. I can't wait.
We know that you are so excited to get into Monster Jam Freestyle, but we're on the way to the Skills Challenge, and yesterday in Skills Challenge practice, you looked really confident out here on the track. What can these fans expect to see from you?
Yeah, you know what? I get to go last, so that's awesome. You know, I get to watch everybody else. I can't wait to see what everybody else does. That does nothing but fuel what I'm going to do out there. Good luck to everybody else, and I hope to pull something off really wild right here for San Diego, because I know you guys spent your hard-earned money here tonight, and I'm here to give it back to you in this truck. Let me hear you, San Diego! Nice work.
Our first driver up, Mike Christensen, Vendetta.
Let's hear it for Mike Christensen in Vendetta. Take out your cell phones, go to your browsers, judgeszone.com. You can also scan this QR code, city code, SAN, lock in those scores. You have 20 seconds.
Take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay, the slap wheelie into the power wheelie, and then the big brake check there right before he goes out of bounds. Time to get those scores locked in for your first competitor, Mike Christensen, Vendetta. Scores are locked. Your score for Vendetta is 5.117. Coming up on our second driver up, it is Corey Rummel, Ringling Bailey Circuit.
Make some noise for Corey Rummel, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Scoring is open. You have 20. Oh, go Bailey. 20 seconds to lock in those scores now.
Bailey Circuit really cheering on Corey Rummel there. Take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. He uses the ski jump there, goes into the popper, back into the moonwalk, and then Bailey does her own little popper there as well on the replay. Get those scores locked in. Our second driver, score to beat, is Vendetta 5.117. Just to keep that as a reminder for you fans. Scores are locked. Your score is... We got a new leader, 7.308, Ringling Bailey Circuit. Coming up next, we got Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger.
Let's hear it for Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger. Scoring is open, 20 seconds to lock in those scores. Come on, San Diego.
Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger goes for the bicycle down into the sidewall donut. Spins around and comes back up on all fours. Few more seconds left at judgeszone.com. He is in the zone. And let's see what that score is. Your scores are locked. Your score for Gravedigger is 8.995. We got a new leader. Let's take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger just so smooth there. Look at that. The bicycle rides it there on the side and then goes into the sidewall donut, spins around, and comes back around. Momentum carrying him to the four, back up on all fours. What a move there for Tyler Menninga and Gravedigger. We saw that a little bit in Glendale last year in our fall series. And that move right there now puts him at the top spot. 8.995. Tyler Menninga, Gravedigger is your score to beat. Ringling Bailey Circuit and Corey Rummel sitting in second. And Mike Christensen and Vendetta sitting in third. Coming up next, we got Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck Rec Deck. Pops it up off the Morgan backflip into the nose wheelie. Look at the control and balance. Pogo bounces it all the way back into the moonwalk.
Let's hear it for Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck Rec Deck. Scoring is open, 20 seconds. You know what to do, lock in those scores.
Bryce Kenny, Tech Deck Rec Deck goes for The popper off of the backflip ramp into the nose wheelie. The pogo bounce back into the moonwalk. Great combinations there for Bryce Kenny and Tech Deck Rec Deck. Take a look at the Super Glue glued to the action replay. Bryce Kenny bringing out all the tricks right here. Round one. Scores are locked. Your score for Tech Deck Rec Deck is a good score, 8.682. Good enough to put him in second. Up next, we've got John Gordon, Megalodon.
Make some noise for John Gordon, Megalodon. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. You guys got 20 seconds to lock in those scores.
He goes for the popper off of the backflip ramp. There you see the super glue glued to the action replay, and then goes into a complete stoppie. When you see a truck pause, that's what we call the stoppie. And then those back tires just land back up on the trench box, so that would complete his final one and only attempt. Scores are in. Your score for Megalodon is a 4.526. Let's get those zombie arms going for Barry Musauer. Zombie!
Barry Musauer, everybody, let's hear it for Zombie. Scoring is open. Wow, 20 seconds on the clock. Judgeszone.com. Lock in those scores now.
Take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. Use that replay to get those scores locked in as you've got about 9 seconds left on the clock. Goes into the cyclone and just can't save it. Get those scores locked in. Scores are locked. Your score to beat, Gravedigger 8.995. Your score for Zombie is good enough for third with a 7.435. Let's take a look at our leaderboard right now. Gravedigger, Tyler Menega still the score to beat, 8.995. Tech Deck, Rec Deck, and Bryce Kenny currently sitting in second. A great score for him with his 8.682. Zombie now currently sitting in third. Ringling Bailey Circuit, Vendetta, and Megalodon round out your top 6.
Monster Jam fans, I have some really cool fans here. Jose is here. Who are you here with, Jose? Who do you have with you?
I got my kids here, Ezra, Nehemiah, and my nephews, and their uncles right there.
Awesome. Well, I have the whole family, right? I have some cool prizes for you. A prize. How about some tickets to Supercross when they come here to Snapdragon? Okay, but hold on. You got to win them. None free. You know that, right? Okay. All right. So we're gonna have you guess something. We're gonna play this sliding trivia. You have to guess how much horsepower is in a monster truck. Okay. So here it is right here. Now listen, this is important. It's gonna start sliding to the right, and you have to tell it to stop when you think that is the number for the amount of horsepower that a Monster Jam truck has. Okay, Jose?
All right. 1,500 is where we're going. Let's go.
Let's do it.
And stop.
Oh, okay. All right. So around 1,500 horses. Okay. So let's see if he's right. Oh, man, been doing some research out here. Man, I got some tickets for you guys for Supercross. I got those coming up for you. Let's give him a round of applause for playing Monster Jam Trivia.
We're going to continue on with our next driver up. It is Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Since it was a failed first attempt, he gets one more attempt.
Let's hear it for Ryan Anderson, son of a digger. Scoring is open, 20 seconds. Lock in those scores now.
Goes for the bicycle attempt there on the second attempt. Remember, our drivers do have 2 attempts to complete 1 attempt. And though the first one was an incomplete attempt, he was able to go for that second try there and goes for the bicycle. Get those scores in here for Ryan Anderson and son of a digger. Scores are locked. Take a look at the video board. Your score for son of a digger is a 6.5. Our next driver coming to the track, it's Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Yeah, let's hear for Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco.
Scoring is open, 20 seconds on the clock. Locking those scores.
Goes for the reverse popper, and of course, you see a little smoke coming from the crazy bull there, celebrating 25 years of El Toro Loco. Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco, throws down his one and only attempt here in the skills challenge. Remember, use that super glue glued to the action replay to get those scores locked in. Scores are in. Your score for El Toro Loco is 7.387. All right, Monster Jam fans, take a look at the video board for your next competitor.
San Diego, get ready. It's time for Wild Side Skill.
Well, the Overboard Motorsports team got him back. He was a broken pulley on the blower, which means there wasn't enough air getting to the engine, losing that power. He is back out on the track. Let's hear San Diego for Zach Garner Wildside.
Let's hear it for Zach Garner in Wildside. 20 seconds on the clock. Head to judgeszone.com, locking those scores.
He also tries a move off the Morgan & Morgan backflip trench box. Looked like it was good, but I think just maybe a little too much power going out of the popper. Lands those tires back on the trench box, and his attempt is over. But get those scores locked in. You've got about 3 seconds left here. Judgeszone.com. Your score to beat Gravedigger, 8.995. Your score for Wildside is 6.140. San Diego, turn your attention to the video board for our next driver up.
Let's hear for Dalton Widener, shell shocked. Scoring is open, 20 seconds on the clock. Let's lock in those scores.
Let's take a look at the video replay there. The popper off the racing ramp for Dalton Widener and shell shocked. And then a little wave to the crowd using that rear steer. Waving those back BKT tires. Get those scores locked in. Judgeszone.com. The super glue glued to the action replay there as we see the moonwalk complete his attempt. Scores are locked. Your score for shell shocked is... You gave him a score, a good score, 8.047. He is our final truck up. It is Cole Vennard, Black Pearl.
Make some noise for Cole Vennard, Black Pearl. Scoring is open, 20 seconds on the clock. Lock in those scores now.
Take a look at our final truck. He uses the ski jump as well, Black Pearl. And Cole Vennard, our final truck. You're about to crown for the very first time using JudgesZone.com a winner here in the next 12 points here in Monster Jam's first half. Scores are locked. Your score to beat, Gravedigger, 8.995. San Diego, your score, 5.067, which means Tyler Miniga Gravedigger is your Monster Jam Skills Challenge winner. He is now 2 for 2 here in the first half of Monster Jam, sweeps the first half and earns another 12 points. He is perfect thus far. Let's hear it one more time for your winner.
He's now 2 for 2 on competition wins today. Tyler coming out, doing the bicycle into the sidewall donuts. That's risky moves, but it paid off in this competition.
It really was, and not only that, this dirt was really risky too. It was a little wet out here, and I'm not complaining. I like when it's a little risky like that, but you know, I was really undecided. Even when I fired up and pulled out, I was like, I really don't know what I'm going to do. I had two options. I went for the riskier option. It worked out, but man, that's what I got to give to San Diego, man. I love coming here. I know I said it earlier. I got some family here. My grandma's sitting in the stands. Mom, dad back home watching on YouTube. San Diego, we got one left, baby. And it just so happens to be what Gravedigger created. That's Monster Jam Freestyle. Gravedigger's known for ragged edge, crazy Monster Jam Freestyle action. And I can promise you one thing. As long as I'm driving it, it's going to stay that way. The louder you guys get when I pull that truck out, the harder I'm going to go. So San Diego, I got one question for you. Who's ready for Monster Jam Freestyle?
Come on, San Diego! We've reached the pinnacle of today's event. This is Monster Jam Freestyle! Let's hear it for John Gordon in Megalodon. Scoring is open. 20 seconds on the clock. Lock in those scores now.
John Gordon and Megalodon kicks things off here in our Monster Jam Freestyle competition. Take a look at the super glue glued to the action replay. Does essentially a highlight reel of all the moves that John Gordon and the rest of our drivers will do, and that will help you get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com. He goes for the Morgan and Morgan backflip, but he kind of just has like some air time there and lands on that front part of the chassis. Look at that. Not enough rotation, lands right there. Kind of has that hang time there in the middle of the rotation. Doesn't land it. Get those scores locked in. Scores are in. Your score from Megalodon is a 7.315.
Up in crew seating, and we're going to catch up with Kennedy Bailey, and she's going to kind of give us some insight for Team Shell Shocked. Kennedy is the crew chief for Shell Shocked, as well as Dalton Widener's girlfriend. Now, Kennedy, Dalton was telling me that one of the goals that you guys have this year is to not play it safe, to go big. So talk to us about kind of what you guys have been working on for this season.
Absolutely. Bigger is better here at Monster Jam. So as far as we go out on the track, we're going to go as high as we can, as fast as we can, etc. In racing, Dalton had it. It was a battery terminal that came loose. It happens. First quarter prep, things get a little loose. It's fine. But now, no mercy. We're out here.
And when it comes to the Shell Shocked truck, it is visually so cool to see out there on the track. You guys debuted it at the tail end of last year. What has the fan response been to Shell Shocked?
Oh, I mean, it's been awesome. It's something Dalton wanted since he was 4 years old, just like you guys in the stands. And it's his baby, really. Every design was handpicked by him, and the fans love it. I can't blame them.
Well, Kennedy, thank you so much. And fans, hold on to those seats. We've got Shell Shocked coming up. We have so many amazing drivers lined up for today's Monster Jam Freestyle.
Well, Monster Jam fans, don't forget to donate to St. Jude. We've got the QR code right there. Scan that QR code, whether you can donate $1 or just a couple dollars. That's what matters to the families of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. All of that money goes to the families. They don't pay for any hospital bills, food, anything, shelter, nothing. All of that money goes directly to the families so they can focus on the treatment and the health of their young ones. Don't forget to scan and donate. And of course, because of Tiltify, what we're going to be doing is you can donate on behalf of one of your favorite Monster Jam drivers right there. Donate on behalf of one of them. And during Freestyle here tonight, we will crown a St. Jude ambassador of the event. So you can pick from all 12 drivers, donate on their behalf, and we will see who the winner will be later on this evening here in Monster Jam Freestyle. Once again, we want to thank you, all of you fans here, of course, tuning in across the country and around the world, and those right here at Snapdragon as you donate to the families of St. Jude. Coming up next, we got Mike Christensen, Vendetta. .90 seconds left there for Vendetta, and just getting some word that they're going to send out our USHRA safety officials to see what is going on. Oh, that is because we have people walking on the track. Please do not walk on the track. We have to shut the event down there. He is going to be allowed to refire here. No penalties, nothing is wrong with the truck. 90 seconds left for Vendetta. 31 seconds left on the clock. Lines up for the Morgan. Morgan backflip. And lands it. No, can he save it? No.
Let's hear it for Mike Christensen. Vendetta. Scoring is open. 20 seconds on the clock. Locking those scores now.
Tried to go for the Morgan and Morgan backflip. I thought he had landed it from my angle, but then when I looked up at the video board, tumbled over, wasn't able to save it, but got some great height, some great momentum throughout that run. Keep those scores, or get those scores locked in at judgeszone.com as we take a look at the super glue, glued to the action replay. Score to beat, of course, is Megalodon, 7.315. Scores are locked. Your score for Vendetta is 8.007.
It's been so fun talking to the drivers and kind of getting some insight on what their thoughts are about this track layout for freestyle. A lot of them have talked about how in some ways it kind of has an old school feel. You have this center pod that's nice and long, a lot of different ramps, angles, opportunities. But then on the far side, you have the two smaller ramps, and then you also have that little kind of one right in the middle in the blue lane. And so right now our drivers are chomping at the bit. They cannot wait for the opportunity to come out here and play and kind of explore the track a little bit. This is the first freestyle of the season, and so it's going to take a little bit for our drivers to really find what areas are the booby traps, what area they find the most opportunity in. But this is why freestyle's fun. It's about creativity. It's about using all of the obstacles, filling that clock. So folks, keep that in mind when you're locking in your scores for freestyle.
Not so many areas for transferring, but definitely some areas for some big air, which we saw from Mike Christensen and Vendetta and John Gordon and Megalodon. San Diego, are you ready for more freestyle? Our next driver up, Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Clock is paused at 98 seconds. We're El Toro Loco waiting to get the official word from our Monster Jam officials on what's going on. Right now, he has no communication, so we're trying to figure that out. With 98 seconds left, Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco, if he's not able to continue on his run, he may not receive a score. Remember, our drivers have to complete 30 seconds of their run to qualify for a score. No score for Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco, but San Diego, let's show him some love. Make some noise for Jamie Garner, El Toro Loco. Just unfortunate there. No score. Remember, drivers must complete 30 seconds of their run.
Well, Bari, I want to kind of get inside the mind of a driver for Monster Jam Freestyle. As you're looking at the track right now, I know you're kind of breaking down how the truck is going to act when you hit certain ramps. Do you see some areas of the track that there's maybe a booby trap, or some areas of the track that you're really excited about?
Yeah, you know, I'm just excited to be back here in San Diego for opening weekend of Monster Jam. But you know what? Looking at this track out here, yeah, there's definitely some places you want to avoid. You know, it might work for a great wow moment. You might want to save it for the end of your run. But there's a cool, you know, route that I have planned out in my head. And, you know, we try to tweak it a little bit as we go, depending on what the track gives you. But really, you know, you just want to get your time in and get that backflip in and that wow factor. So there's definitely a lot of places that you can achieve that on this track.
Something that we've started to integrate when it comes to Monster Jam Freestyle is that the fans are part of the score, but we also have an expert judge. And so they're looking for you to fill the clock. They're looking for certain aspects to your freestyle. Is that something you have to think about now?
Oh, absolutely. You know, you want to make it past the first 30 seconds, of course, so you can earn that score. And then you kind of pick up the pace. You know, if you're feeling good, your truck's landing good, it's working great, then, you know, you can just kind of go from there, get that backflip in, and then it's game on, baby. I mean, after that backflip, it doesn't matter what happens. Already missing half my body. We might just trash the rest of it. Who knows? You guys ready for more freestyle?
Our next driver up is Cole Bernard, Black Pearl. Lines up for the Morgan backflip. And lands it! 23 seconds left on the clock. Big air off the ski jump. The bobble the save continues on with 10 seconds left.
Cole Bernard, everybody in Black Pearl. Scoring is open, judgeszone.com. Log in those scores, 20 seconds.
Cole Bernard, Black Pearl, throws down a great freestyle, lands the Morgan backflip, has some big air, great speed and momentum throughout his run. And now we'll see what you fans thought about that at judgeszone.com. Time is ticking down right now. Scores are locked. Your score for Black Pearl is a big score, 9.226. We got a new leader, Black Pearl. Take a look at the video board. There he is. Cole Bernard, Black Pearl, throwing down a great freestyle run. Let's take a look at the super glue, glued to the action replay. Goes off the Morgan backflip ramp. A hard landing, but still is able to continue his run. And there you go. And then he goes off the big ski jump. Big air right there. Some hang time. Great freestyle. He is your new score to beat. Our next driver up, it's Corey Rummel, Ringling Bailey Circuit. it! No!
Let's hear it for Corey Rommel in Ringling Bailey Circuit. Scoring is open. 20 seconds on the clock. Locking those scores, judgeszone.com.
Casey, while we're watching the replay, tell us what Corey Rommel told you earlier today.
He said that he's so excited to be behind the wheel of a truck that's really light and that this truck has a lot of power, and that's not something that he's quite used to just yet. And we see that he's having a blast out there on the track. He's getting big air, big momentum, fantastic freestyle.
Team Scream, which he used to be a part of, is known for very heavy trucks. He is flying that monstrous Monster Jam truck through the air. Scores are locked. Let's see that score for Ringling Bailey Circuit. You gave him a 7.745. Coming up next, we got Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked. We are down to a minute here in our Monster Jam Freestyle. Lands the Morgan backflip with 20 seconds left.
Make some noise for Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked. Scoring is open, 20 seconds on the clock, locking those scores.
Lands the Morgan backflip, continues on his run with 20 seconds left. Dalton Widener, Shell Shocked. Used to drive Jurassic Tech. Dalton Widener and Shell Shocked throwing down a great freestyle. Coming to you all the way from Knoxville, Tennessee. Scores are locked. Your score for Shell Shocked is a good score, puts him in second with an 8.647. Let's take a look at that super glue glued to the action replay. Goes into a nice controlled slap wheelie. And then you see the big transfers from ramps to ramp. You see some big air. You see some nice flow there as well. And, of course, landing the Morgan & Morgan backflip is Dalton Widener and Shell Shocked. Great scores from you, the fans there. Puts them in the second position. Snapdragon Stadium, take a look at the video board for your next driver up.
San Diego, get ready. It's time for Tech Deck Rec Deck Freestyle. Respect the
The save there. 69 seconds.
Let's hear it for Bryce Kinney, everybody. Tech, Rec-Tech. Scoring is open. 20 seconds locking those scores.
There is a 1-point deduction. Our drivers must complete 60 seconds of their run to qualify for a full score. But take a look at the air that Tech, Rec-Tech got. And then you see that front right. You can see the tie rod kind of come off the 4-link bar there. Tech, Rec-Tech, though, and Bryce Kinney was off to a phenomenal freestyle run. You could see that big air from a mile away. Time to get those scores locked in. Remember, there will be a 1-point deduction as we take a look at the score for Tech, Rec-Tech. It is a 6.023.
Monster Jam fans, I have a couple of Monster Jam fans here, Renee and a sleeping baby. I don't know how kids sleep like during all of this noise. This is amazing. If I could only take a nap during all this noise, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, we are going to play the St. Jude helmet shuffle, okay? Keep your eyes on the video screen.
Oh, Lord, I've been drinking.
She had a couple of beverages, she said, but she'll make it. Help her out, guys. Almost. What'd you say?
Jesus be the answer.
Now you took your eyes off. I saw you move. Okay. Everybody help her out here. Everybody is saying 1.
Number 1.
She's going with number 1, confidently. Let's see. Let's unveil the first one. It's not under 3. Not under 2. Don't wake the baby. Don't wake the baby, my dear. I got 4 tickets to Monster Jam January 24th. We're going to be right back here at Snapdragon Stadium. Let's hear it for them, everybody, for the St. Jude Helmet Shuffle.
Monster Jam fans, on the count of 3, I need you to scream zombie. 1, 2, 3. Lands the Morgan backflip into the popper. Back into the moonwalk, 36 seconds left on the clock. The big air with 20 seconds left for Barbie Sour and Zombie.
Let's hear it for Bari, Moose Hour, Zombie. 20 seconds on the clock. Locking those scores. JudgesZone.com.
Barbie Sour, Zombie giving us some big air, giving us some nice momentum and flow throughout the run, but lands the Morgan & Morgan backflip into the popper. Take a look. The rotation. There he slaps it back into the popper. Great move there for Zombie. Now your time is ticking down here at JudgesZone.com. Scores are locked. The score to beat Black Pearl, still 9.226. Your score for Zombie is, you gave him a score of 8.965. Good enough for second.
Monster Jam fans, let's get ready to get wild and let's get crazy for my son, Zach Garner in Wildside. Come on!
.80 seconds left on the clock.
Wow, Zach Garner, everybody, wild side. Scoring is open, JudgesZone.com. 20 seconds, let's lock in those scores.
Tried for the backflip on the eight-pack backflip ramp. Take a look at the replay. And in the meantime, Casey, you said some interesting things here in just a little bit in my ear about Zach Garner during halftime.
That's right, Kay. The Wildside crew has been busy in the back. First, a broken pulley earlier on the blower, and then they swapped the transmission right before Freestyle.
All right, thanks, Casey, for that update there. And it looks like they might have some more to work on there in the back. Scores are locked for Zach Garner and Wildside. Let's take a look at your score. An 8.239 for Zach Garner and Wildside.
Monster Jam fans having so much fun. You guys having fun, San Diego? Yeah, I know you are. Section 103 right here. I have some Monster Jam fans. Now they're going to try to win some really cool Ringling, Barnum, and Bailey prizes. So I got some gift bags for you guys. But we're going to play head-to-head showdown. We have Cole Bernard, who's going to name as many states as he can. And then it's your turn to see if you can beat him. Let's see Cole Bernard, Black Pearl.
Nevada, Montana, South Dakota,
8 is the score to beat. I need as many states as you can in that time. You ready? Set, go.
Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Ohio. Wait, what's next? Utah.
You actually won, my friend. 11. Glad you chose Florida. That's where I live. It's nice and warm there right now. I got some Ringling Barnum and Ringling Brothers Barnum and Bailey gift bags for you guys. Thank you so much. That was Monster Jam. Head down, show to show, head down.
Let's take a look at our freestyle leaderboard. Cole Vennard, Black Pearl, still holding strong there at the top with a 9.226. Zombies, Bari Musaura currently sitting in second with an 8.965. Shell Shocked, Wildside Vendetta, and Ringling Bailey Circuits, Corey Rummel sitting in the top 6 spot. All right, let's throw it to the video board. Who is our next driver up?
San Diego, get ready. It's time for freestyle.
Well, you got 50 seconds left on the clock for Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger. Second clock. Lines up for the Morgan & Morgan backflip. Lands in with 13 seconds left.
Let's hear it for Ryan Anderson, Son of a Digger, scoring its open 20 seconds, locking those scores.
Lands the Morgan & Morgan backflip, but a hard landing there causes the end of his freestyle run. Ryan Anderson and Son of a Digger celebrating his 15th anniversary of Son of a Digger here this 2026 season. Get those scores locked in. JudgesZone.com, our second to last competitor here of freestyle. Scores are locked. Your score for Son of a Digger is a good score. Puts him in third, 8.713.
We've got the driver of Ringling Bailey Circuit here. It is Corey Rummel. And Corey, I came up to you after your freestyle. You had this big smile on your face. You just said, it was fun. You mentioned earlier that that truck has a lot of power. Looks like you were having a blast out on the track.
Oh, definitely. You know what? Last night was absolutely the first time ever driving that truck. You know what? Today was the first time driving Bailey Circuit, and absolutely was phenomenal, man. All the fans in the stands were going crazy, and I was having fun, man, flying through the air just like Bailey.
What is it like as a driver inside a 12,000-pound monster truck to be soaring through the air?
It's like the greatest and sickest roller coaster you'll ever be on. You know, that's why we do it, because we all love it, but you guys love it just as much because we can hear each and every one of you guys. So guess what? There's still one more truck to go, so can't wait. Let's see what he can do.
That's right. One more truck left in Monster Jam Freestyle. Don't go anywhere, because we're just moments away from finding out who's taking home the first 12 points of the season for Monster Jam Freestyle.
With one more truck remaining, it is Black Pearl and Cole Vinar with a 9.226, and he is on top of the freestyle leaderboard. Right behind him, once again, Zombie, Son of a Digger, now sits in the third spot. Shell Shocked currently sitting in fourth. Wildside and Vendetta round out your sixth. Casey, really quickly, I'm getting some words about Sparkle Smash. What is going on?
That's right, Kay. We just got word. The team has been in the back thrashing on Sparkle Smash for the last 2 hours. Unfortunately, Kayla Blood in Sparkle Smash will not be making it back for freestyle, but props to the crew. All praise to the crew for working so hard in the back.
I have Abraham here in 102. He's going to announce the next truck. Everyone hit the bell! Yeah!
Less than 60 seconds left on the clock. Nice little save with 40 seconds left. Morgan backflip lands it for the people. 20 seconds left. Bicycle. The transfer. The third transfer.
Tyler Menega, everybody. Grave Digger. 20 seconds on the clock. Locking those scores now.
I don't know what we just witnessed there on the track. A triple transfer combination moves off of that bicycle from Tyler Menega and Grave Digger. Insane. Fans, it is up to you to decide. Will it be Black Pearl 9.226 or will it be Grave Digger? We are seconds away from finding out who our freestyle winner will be. Scores are locked. Your score for Grave Digger is... He has swept the entire night. Round 1 of 2026. Tyler Menega, Grave Digger, your freestyle winner.
You want them to hold that for you?
Oh, it's okay. He's going to grab it.
Okay.
Tyler Menega and Grave Digger, round 1, sweeps the entire night. He is your freestyle winner, beating out Black Pearl's Cole Vennard on that 9.226. He gets the 9.608 and the win.
Tyler, congratulations to you and your crew chief, Adama. This is what freestyle is all about. This is what Grave Digger is all about. The ragged edge. Talk to us about how you are seeking redemption and setting the tone for 2026.
That's right. You know what? My buddy Cole Vennard, awesome run, man. I hate to take it from him, but you know what? That's right. I told you guys all night. You guys love Grave Digger because that crazy old man, Dennis Anderson, drove like a crazy man on the track. And I told you, as long as I'm driving that truck, I plan on keeping it that way. No holds bar. I'm here to pay you guys back for coming to Monster Jam and spending your hard-earned money. I got to give a big thanks to my new crew chief, Adama, keeping that truck together for a 2-minute bull riding session like that, and it's ready to go again tomorrow. San Diego, I love you guys. Grandma, I hope you love that one. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you, baby.
Well, congratulations, Tyler Menega and Grave Digger, sweeping the entire round 1, the overall event the BKT overall event championship. What a night of Monster Jam. What a night as we get set for 2026.
Absolutely. What a great start to the year, Kay. I am back with my team, Kay and KT, and you, the fans. Did you have a great time, San Diego?
Oh, yeah. Definitely had a great time. Well, hey, you still have time to head up to the concourse, grab your official Monster Jam merchandise. But guess what? We get to come right back here tomorrow, a pit party and round 2 of Stadium Championship Series West. On behalf of Jabari Thomas and KCG, I'm Kay Young. We hope you had fun. We'll see you tomorrow at our next Monster Jam.
The keys in the ignition, so drivers fire your engines. It's a battle to the end. Never give up, never give in. It's grit and guts, dirt and dust. Get out your seat and put your hands up. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. Let's go, this is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam, Jam, Jam. Yeah. It's wheelies and backflips, donuts and burnouts and walk it. Full throttle, head to head. You be the judge of which truck's gonna win. Let's ride, we got the green light. It's a party in the pit tonight. Let's go, this is how we roll on tires that are larger than life. Doesn't matter where you're from, it's running through your blood. Time to get loud, everybody buckle up. You waited, now you made it to the greatest show on dirt. It's the Monster Jam, Jam, Jam. When I say monster, you say jam. Monster, monster. Yeah, when I say monster, you say jam. Monster, monster. together.